Minutes before the top of the hour, and we are sitting right now at 52 degrees right here in Fort Dodge. Look at that smile right there.
Yeah, how's it going?
I know, I'm not talking about him. Our buddy Joe Denim, it's our Iowa Tennessee connection. Good morning, my brother. What are you drinking this morning?
Well, the cup says it all. Can you read this cup?
I cannot. It says there is a chance. This is hot something coffee. Hot. This is not just coffee.
Fine folks at Kahlua.
Wow. Well, Kahlua, hey, they're very famous for their coffee, of course. So yeah, I can see where that would be a good marketing tool for them. Hey, buddy, gotta ask you a question right off the bat because I just played your tune. If I had $1 million.
Yes.
And I've sang that song many times. I've actually sang it with you a few times.
I know.
And it's one of those songs where you sing it and then you realize later the lyrics. So if I had $1 million, I'd buy your love. Well, if she consented to that, wouldn't that make her a gold digging shallow human being?
Exactly.
Okay.
About a treehouse, it's all the things that will try to get somebody, on your side. And yeah, that's the whole deal. I mean, I think it's called If I Had $1 Million because Gold Digger was already being used.
Oh, that's awesome. There they are. The pineapple glasses again. That's incredible, man. It's your look.
You're probably wondering why I'm wearing these, aren't you?
No, I don't wonder anything about you anymore. Okay. But if you want to tell everybody, because I'm sure other people are wondering.
Okay, it might be a little loud out there, but I'm going to walk outside and show you what we were talking about last week.
That's right. We were going to do that today.
Wild guess. Do you have any ideas?
You're putting in a in-ground pool table.
But that would be... That's amazing. That could be the new thing. No, I don't know how to flip this around. So bear with me for a second. This is going to be epic. Speaking of tree, it's funny you say if I had $1 million, which I don't. But if I did, I'd put it in E-Trade and watch it go down to $231. I'm kidding. Only joking. The lyric is, I'd build a tree fort in your yard. And this is but only if other people could enjoy it, right? The whole thing about having that, a fur coat, not a real fur coat. I'd buy a real fur coat. I bought a real fur coat. It's for other people to enjoy. Let's go out here and have a look. You guys ready for this?
Let's do it, man. But tell me about this.
Do you have any island music to play while we're doing this?
Ooh, I don't have any queued up or ready to go. I can play some steel drums softly if you want me to do that. Maybe little tiny bubbles in the background. Uh-oh, he froze. He froze right when he was going to show us what it was that he was talking about. Dude, frozen, locked. Oh, no. See, that's what happens when you try to move the equipment.
Hang with me.
I can hear you. Can't see you.
Hold on. Just stay there. Pretend we're on radio. How about?
Okay, now you're back.
Do you have any island music by any chance?
I don't, man. I don't have any. If you'd have told me ahead of time, I could have thrown some in.
Hold on a second. All right. I don't know if you're ready for this.
Lord only knows.
What's up, Sam? Say hi, Sam.
Hi, Sammy.
This is I don't know if you can see this. This is good. Epic. Can you see this back here?
That's a pontoon boat, isn't it? What are you doing? What is that? Dude, you isn't that a pontoon boat?
Yeah. It sure is. Can you see all the speakers? Look at this. Look at this bar. I mean, hold on. The planes are coming. I got a plane coming by. Hold on. There's a picture of Chris Christopherson right there on that bar. Look at that bar.
Oh, how cool is that?
Huh? I mean,
Wow.
this is the Freaky Tiki pontoon, and it's going to set sail tomorrow at 2 p.m. in Nashville, Tennessee, and it's going to float up and down the streets of Nashville.
You were actually sailing that thing?
Up and down the streets of Nashville. It's
Oh,
going
up and down the streets of Nashville. I got you.
part of the entertainment industry, and there's going to be 15 to 20 people on this thing listening to music at god awful levels loud because of this thing. What do you think of that?
Those are speakers. They look like turbo jets that are going to like send you 100 miles an hour.
Darren, these are made by Rockville. If you see, it says right there.
Right.
And these things will rattle the bolts out of this entire facility. I don't know if you can see this, but this is the table. It's going to center this thing. There is a pole that goes in here. I'm just saying. That's why I was wearing the pineapple sunglasses last week. So.
Oh, gotcha. I like the table. Up here in Iowa, we call that a cable spindle, but whatever you use it for down there is fine.
I want to call it a cable. I mean, you could take it, like a cable and put it right. Look, it's a perfect fit. Look, there you go. There's your cable spindle. Justin Moore, and it's going to be great. There is a helm. Look at the helm. You can spin the helm.
Oh my goodness! No way. That looks like Gilligan's Island, man.
It is. That is exactly it. Hang on. I'm going to get back to my studio where I can hear, but it'll be cleaned up today. Got 5 guys coming in, not the burger company. Oh, that's a V sign. Look, it's a slow moving vehicle. There's Wilson from Castaway.
There's Wilson.
Yeah. So that's what's up.
So okay, where did this idea come from? Are you writing a song? What's the deal here?
It came to me in a bar, actually.
Like, go figure that.
Go figure, right? All right, hang on. All right, now I can hear you. Okay, all right, I'm back. Yeah.
That's a long walk for you, man.
I know. I think I pulled a fat muscle. Hold on. No, it's part. There's a thing in Nashville called the transportainment industry, and they start out these pedal taverns, and they basically pedal these things up and down the street, 10 or 12 people on them, and you drink and listen to music and pedal around the city, right? So then somebody said, well, that's a lot of work. How about if we take a school bus and chop the top off of it, make a convertible school bus and give rides there? So then John Rich got a pickup and named himself a ride called the Redneck Riviera. So then somebody showed up downtown with a lawnmower trailer with a hot tub on it.
Oh, wow.
And they've got 15 to 20 people on this thing and a hot tub riding around for 90 minutes at a time. I'm like, that is it. That is the last straw. And then somebody showed up with 5 John Deere tractors hooked on big hay trailers, and they've been pulling people around behind those. I said, I've had enough. I went to a bar and said, you know what? I think I need to have a pontoon boat on the streets of Nashville. If I can't get to the islands or get to the water, I'll bring the islands right downtown. So, we've been working on this for a minute. We got everything filed. We got everything ready to go. At 2 o'clock tomorrow, that thing is going to be bouncing down the streets of Nashville.
So you got to file paperwork for this?
Well, yes. You have to get permits. We got all of our insurance. We got everything in order. And we're going to go bouncing down the streets. And people are going to ride the Freaky Tiki pontoon.
Okay. All right. Let's back up and take this just kind of step by step for a second.
Well, I'm going fast this way. I've had a lot of coffee.
How do you, in the name of all that is holy, how do you approach your insurance person and say, I want to insure a Freaky Tiki pontoon to go up and down the streets of Nashville? I want coverage. Where does any insurance agent have any kind of coverage for that kind of thing?
They literally said, you want to do what now?
Exactly.
And they said, well, as long as it's in the water. I go, no. It's going to be sailing on the seas of asphalt. And that's where I lost them. I could see through the phone. They had a blank look on their face. They said, what size of motor does it have? And I said, well, it has a Chevy F350 because that's what it's being towed behind. They're like, no. I'm like, the outboard. I said, no, we took the motor off. There's no There's no motor on the boat. There's no motor to the boat, you know? And they went, okay.
How do we underwrite this?
Yeah, they did. It's a big old fat general liability deal. And yeah, we're setting sail. We've got some pirates showing up. Got some bartenders coming on board, and yeah, it's going to happen. The Freaky Tiki Pontoon.com.
Dude, if you don't have a couple of people dressed as characters from Gilligan's Island, I'm going to be highly disappointed in you.
If they show up, they're not morning people, but if they show up while we're still on call, I'll send you pictures. We have Randy Macho Man Savage. We have Morgan and Casey Musgraves. So all cartoon characters, and they're going to be on the Freaky Tiki Pontoon tomorrow.
So is this a Nashville celebration where once a year they do this, or just randomly somebody like you comes along and says, I want to put a pontoon on the streets of Nashville?
It's Thursday in Nashville, and anything goes. I'm Wild West. It is Vegas with it's like Vegas with lupus, basically. It's like Los Lupus. And it's so funny because it's the Wild West, and the city of Nashville said, okay, no more transportation. You can't, stop. This has to stop. And the governor, our dear governor, who is a businessman, and Bill Lee, who owns his own businesses, he went, wait a second, what do you want to stop these people from pulling people around on a trailer? They said, yeah. He said, nope, state law, you can do whatever you want with that. He said, I don't want some kid in Chattanooga not be able to take his friends around on a hayride because Nashville's weird. Nope, let him do it. So the governor's in our corner, and it's going to be great. And just where people are riding around, having fun, listening to good music.
Yeah, okay, when I was a kid, when I was a teenager.
Back in my day.
Right. Back when they actually first put four wheels on a car.
Pulled by a team of Clydesdales.
That's exactly how it worked. Back when it said Wells Fargo Express on the side of our ride.
And not the Stagecoach was not a concert series. It was the way that Darren got around, kids.
That's how I got back and forth to school when I wasn't walking 17 miles in the snow uphill both ways. So anyway.
That's back when they had Coke and Coke. That's why they did that,
So back in my day, here's what we did. We, like 6 of us, got together and each put in like $1 and got $5 worth of gas, because inevitably one guy didn't bring $1. So we got $5 worth of gas, which lasted us all night long, because gas back then was like 79 cents a gallon. We went up and down the streets of our town with the windows down.
Yeah.
Blaring the music.
Yeah.
Oh, there was a concept. We
Yeah.
didn't get out pontoons and John Deere tractors, lawnmowers, and things like that.
Were you sipping on any beverages at that point?
I'm not going to say anything about that.
Okay, so now you can't. So that's what's led to this. You've got a DD driving, you got a DJ, you got some double D's on. That's a lot of D's on that deal. Yeah. And you can come down and party and not have to worry about any of the problems. So it's really a responsible way to surf the seas of asphalt and not get in trouble.
So even though it's a wide open mode of transportation,
mm-hmm.
if
no,
and I'm gonna
no, it's a trailer.
Okay, okay, but it's still a wide open. You're being transported, so it's wide open. Okay, so I'm going to go on a limb here and just say, hypothetically, that somebody in your party or you is going to be a little on the inebriated side. I know it's a stretch.
Not if I'm operating a motor vehicle, which I won't be. I mean, I'm just saying, Randy Macho Man Savage will probably be driving the whole time.
Okay, my point exactly. If you've got somebody on the SS Minnow there that is had a few more than maybe 10 o'clock in the morning should have called for. Since it's a wide open mode of transport, can they get a public intoxication for that?
No, because in state of Tennessee, I could be driving down the road in Blanche, my truck, which by the way got hit. She's in the shop again.
Uh-oh.
I got to change her name. She keeps getting her rear end knocked out of whack, and I think it's the name from.
Well, right, because that's what Blanche was famous for.
I should figure that out. Anyhow, I got to do that today. Got to rename my truck. Anyway, no, in the state of Tennessee, I can be driving down the road, and you and all your 6 friends who you talked about could be drinking whatever they want in the vehicle. As long as the driver's not drinking, you're good to go.
Huh.
Yeah. So they could get a public intox, but hey, we're all adults, you know. We're going to drop them off at Kid Rock's place when we're done, and it's his problem, you know.
Is Kid going to know that they're even there? Because by 10 o'clock, he might be a little whacked out himself. But
yeah, he might be on that thing later. We already to him. He thinks it's great.
Wow. Well, yes, I would like pictures. Let me put an asterisk by this because I don't normally ask you for this. I would like pictures from you of this.
Okay, because you didn't like any of the deck pics I sent.
No, I didn't. No. Well, it's not that I didn't like them. They just terrified me.
Not even the big deck pics. You were like, whoa.
No. Again, it's not that I didn't like them. It's just that they terrified me, and then they made me a little jealous, and that kind of thing.
Patio, it's a deck, you know.
Yeah, right, exactly. I don't have a big deck like that, and
size matters when it comes to decks, Darren.
We Irish don't know how to have big decks like that. So
that's why you drink so much. You're like, if I keep looking at it, laddie, maybe my deck will get bigger.
I can't get a big deck out of this. I'm telling you, man.
My deck's the biggest, got steps. How do we go from the freaky team of their size of their decks? Whew.
Trust me, none of my Irish family have steps on their deck by any means.
I will tell you this. I actually have 12 steps to my deck. No, this is making up for last week. We were all business talky serious. Are gonna be funny. Well, if you didn't listen in today, guess what? You missed a lot.
Oh wow. That's this is why I say every week, man, we don't know what we're going to talk about. Now we knew because you remembered you were going to show us the freaky tiki pontoon, but we did not know what we were going to talk about. And yes, this is a perfect example as to what I mean every week. Wow.
I mean, glasses kind of set it up good though, right? That was a good setup.
It was. I think a lot of people were wondering why the glasses and it would be tough to associate the glasses with what we actually saw.
Yeah. Now I will say this: when we're talking about Denim Fest, which we're going to get back to talking about, can you imagine if that was like backstage at Denim Fest and that was the green room hangout, that was the meet and greet?
No, I can't imagine that. Actually.
Yeah. Well, it's gonna happen. I'll let you know on that secret right now.
No, so. I apologize. My mind just wandered. I was dreaming of a bigger deck. So anyway, I
not only do I bring moonshine, I bring sunshine and a pontoon. So I'm trying. Okay.
If you were able to bring that up all the way from Tennessee, yes, that has to be the meet and greet green room on the Brown side.
I know you can't say the F word on air, but franchise. Okay. I'm not going to bring this. This will be busy partying. There's going to be freaky tiki franchises all over the nation.
Do you remember?
No.
At Treetown. Exactly. Let me remind you, because you may not have been aware that you were a part of this. At Treetown, we were back in the camping area. We had that grass skirt golf cart thingy being pulled. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it had its own grass skirt.
Yeah.
I've
been thinking about this for a while.
No, I wouldn't have guessed that.
Yeah.
I would hate to think that you all of a sudden just backed a pontoon up in your backyard and went, I'm going to make something out of this.
You should have seen the guy we bought it from in Kentucky. We bought this thing at midnight. We started out to go find a pontoon. We went to Bethpage, Tennessee, which is about an hour and a half east of here. We headed over that way. We got over there, and it was a piece of junk. And there was wasp nests on it. Oh, and by the way, it was 9:00 at night. So we said no. And we went to the nearest local bar and regrouped. and we were sitting at this bar, and we're sitting on Marketplace. I'm like, I'm not going home until we buy a pontoon boat. I have pontoon money in my pocket, and I'm going to buy one. So we found one, and it said on the map that it was only 31 minutes away. Now, mind you, it's 10:30 at night. It's dark. We're an hour and a half from the house. We didn't realize that going another 45 minutes north would put us about 2.5 hours from the house. So at midnight, we show up to buy. I wake this guy. I call this guy on Marketplace. Like, hey, you want to sell your pontoon tonight? He's like, who is this? So we wind up in the middle of Jonesboro, Kentucky at midnight to barking dogs and everything you can imagine. And we bought this pontoon at midnight and brought it home, and then got up the next morning and looked at it, and we're like, oh, wow, that's what it looks like in the daylight. And yeah, we called in some of the backstage backyard guys, and they're like, we're going to do what? Okay, cool. And the Freaky Tiki setting sail, man.
Man, what a find. What a find, you know?
I can see the jealousy in your eye and hear it in your voice.
Yeah, boy. I may have to just drive down there tomorrow just to be a part of that.
Reminds me of that Doug Stone song called Why Didn't I Think of That?
Well, the reason why is in Iowa, I would be wearing bracelets. That's why, if I did something like that. So that's why.
Oh, my goodness. Well, come on down if you ever want to set sail on the asphalt.
Oh, wow. Yeah, we're going to have to plan one of these for Denim Fest next year. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
Let's get some comments in here. Oh, you two again. Yes, Ireland, my daughter, Joe's niece, us again. Sarah, morning, Darren and Joe. Definitely need the derailment of the morning train this morning. I can't see without my readers on, man.
That's okay. I'll read for you. Next song, Whiskey and Waffles. Thanks, Kelly. I don't know where that came from, but I love the way you took a little detour with us on the morning train.
Well, here's why. Because as I came out of the song, If I Had $1 Million, I said, no, he'd just blow it anyway. He'd blow it on whiskey, waffles, and Hush Puppy shoes.
Love it.
So you remember Hush Puppies?
I mean, I've got my Hush Puppies on. I was never meant for glitter rock and roll. Hello.
Right? Yeah, tell me all about it there. Tell me all about it there, the Jimmy Buffett.
A shoe W, right?
Shoe W, that's it.
Yeah.
Hey, Adam. Adam says, good morning, boys. Adam was photographing somebody the other night again. Somebody different. And I'm like, dude, this guy gets everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody. Hey, Adam. Sean says, Rockville speakers, the Krakos of Marine speakers.
See, Sean knows what's up. I'm telling you, it will rock the boat. And there's 4 of them.
Don't rock the boat, baby.
There's 4 of them at 600 watts a piece. 4 times 6 is, there's a lot of watts on that pontoon boat, Sean. I'm thinking about, I don't know, 2,000 or 3,000 anyhow. And he's right. They're waterproof. So if it rains, we're still going to rock out.
Don't rock the boat, baby. Don't tip the boat over.
Thank you, Sean.
Okay, you're not following the song. Kim Barrelay.
Slip slide. Should have called the pontoon 2 tubes and a truck. Well, you know what? You can name yours that when you buy the franchise at freakytiki.com.
Brand new company, Freaky Tiki.
2 tubes and a truck. I see what she did there. Yeah. 2 tubes, 1. Okay, got it. That's a good thing. Kim, that's good. Kim Baker, good morning, boys.
Doctor.
Flag that's going down the road. A flag. Yeah, I have a flag on. There's going to be a No Shoes Nation Kenny Chesney flag that's already on the boat that we're hanging today. And there will be a Joe Denim flag. I need a K97 flag, but I don't have one.
I'll get you one. We'll get you taken care of. Now,
send me a sticker. I want stickers. I'll put it all over the pontoon.
Oh, heck yeah, man. I'll send you some morning train stickers. You better believe it.
Heck yeah.
You got to promise me, though, if I send you a flag, that you this time you don't use it as a skirt.
I'm not making any promises. If I get in trouble.
Look at that. That's who it was. Lindsey Buckingham. He was actually photographing Lindsey Buckingham of Fleetwood Mac, formerly of Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah. George Thorogood and Night Ranger.
Thorogood, man. Night Ranger. Yeah, I got to meet them many years ago when they were here in Fort Nash.
The Chain, Sister Christian, and I Drink Alone.
And Lindsey Buckingham. So
the Chain. I said the Chain. He wrote the Chain. I thought you knew that.
He did. He actually had a couple of solo hits.
Great
Yeah,
hit.
he wrote Holiday Road. He sang Holiday Road from the movie Vacation.
They had to hire 2 guitar players to replace him. They had to hire Mike Campbell from the Heartbreakers and one other dude that I don't remember his name. But that's a lot because Lindsey will play 3 parts on a guitar by himself.
Oh, was that why they hired him?
Oh.
I thought maybe it was somebody needed to take over where Mick Fleetwood left off with Stevie Nicks. I wasn't. Since,
Speaking of shoe W's, what else we got? Kim Baker.
What is? I'm going. Huh?
I'm going to send a Marine flag. Send a Marine flag. She said Townsend. You spell it together, Kim Baker.
Yeah. Little key thing there. Kimberly.
I don't think my shirt ever made it home with Joe after the weekend he had here in Iowa. What shirt?
She gave you a shirt.
I tell you what, every time I come off the road, opening my suitcase is like Christmas. The stuff that comes, I had a goat jump out. One of the fading goats popped out of my suitcase one time. Went to the islands, came home, and my suitcase smelled so bad. Apparently, I thought that sand dollars would be a good thing to put in the suitcase, live ones. By the time we got back from Puerto Rico, it was pretty rough. So,
very nice.
Your shirt, Kim.
Diane says, hello, Darren and Joe. Hi, Diane. Good morning to you. Thanks for being on. All right. We got to get out of this thing because it's completely gone off the rails. And, but I want to leave you with this, man. Something to think about before you rename Blanche.
Okay.
I think you want to contest that. I think you want to have listeners, viewers, the whole works on your Denim Joe Facebook page and our K97 page. Select or submit names for your truck.
Well, let me tell them the story. I love that idea, and we'll get out of here. I have this big 2500 HD gas metal green Duramax. It's beautiful. I love her. I named her Blanche after the Golden Girls because I like Blanche for obvious reasons. And in the last 10 months, she had a new rear end put in because she got bashed in the rear end. Rear end got tore up and got her fixed. Little plastics, body work, not plastic surgery. Got her fixed back up. Blanche is good to go. And then Blanche got hit again the other day. And I've been on the phone with the insurance company. It's not Blanche's fault. Never is. She never saw it coming, but she got broadsided. And now her rear end's messed up again. So I'm thinking I might need to change her name from Blanche to something else. So, yeah, maybe Darren set it up. How would you do that?
Didn't see it coming. Sounds familiar. I can relate. My prom date, I didn't see that coming either. Anyway, it's a whole nother story.
Blanche decided to try to stop her face. And, the cops showed up.
Nice. So there you go. Think about it before you rename her. We can talk about this next week. Maybe get people involved to rename her something where she's not going to get bashed and not see it coming so much.
Yeah, her rear end's getting pretty tore up. I need help. The next week, hey, not a 7. Let's name Blanche.
Send me some pictures, my brother. Clarify. Send me some pictures of the Freaky Tiki when it's on the streets of Tennessee tomorrow. I'd love to, or Nashville tomorrow. I'd love to see that.
Okay, done and done.
All right, my brother. Have a great day.
I love you too.
See ya. Our buddy Joe Denim every week. Iowa Tennessee connection. Never know. You never know what we're going to talk about. Pontoons to big decks. And then, Anyway, now renaming his truck. So make sure you're with us every Thursday. Iowa Tennessee connection. Only right here on the morning train. I asked for him to send me pictures. I hope he understood what I wanted. Anyway, let's roll into the 9 o'clock time, shall we? Don't forget, got to qualify somebody else for a chance of those Iowa State tickets. Got to be coming up next hour, right? Stay right here on the morning train.